Hello and welcome to this week's weekly newsletter. This week we've taken delivery of all our new tailor-made Sim golf clubs. Their new collection of golf clubs being launched on the 7th of February. So you can't actually buy all these in here. These are all fitting clubs, okay? So you can see the number of heads, fairways, hybrids, irons, shafts. Look at all the shafts in there we've got. Different combinations to try out. Yeah, so these are all the fitting stuff. Tailor-made Sim, shape in motion. I say I've got 1, 2, 6, 7, 8 driver head combinations, shaft combinations, fairways, hybrids. So let's take a look at them in detail. We'll have a hit with them to see how we get on with them.
So first of all, let's take a look at the driver. Now, first thing you'll notice is a slightly different coloured head, very much grey and blue. And over the golf ball, that looks really, really nice. It does. I prefer the grey and the blue to the black and the red from last year. Maybe because that's my football team, isn't my football team is Blackburn Rovers, blue and white, grey and white, grey and blue, very similar. But yeah, I certainly like the look of the colour scheme next to the golf ball. Looks really nice. Looks really good to hit. Now, most of the technology has come in the Sim. Shape in motion, they call it. See this little fin here? Okay. Now that is aerodynamics, okay, through the golf swing. So as you come into the golf ball, your golf club moves on that naturally inward square to in path, or it should do. Well, this fin there is just angled slightly, so it helps you keep on the correct path into the golf balls. Aerodynamics, okay, and also gives the golf club a bit more stability in and through the shot. TaylorMade themselves have said they can't take the technology of the driver too much further. They've still got the speed injected fuel. They've still got the twist face technology. They've basically taken the driver to its legal limit in terms of the trampoline effect, so they're struggling to get any more distance out of it. So TaylorMade now have gone with increased accuracy with this little dorsal fin on the back of their golf club. It looks a bit ugly, I think, when it's sort of sat like that. But I don't hit too many golf balls looking at it like that. I very much hit golf balls with a club down there. So yeah, really nice looking golf club. This one here is the Sim, and it comes with the adjustable weighting. You can move it to the heel, you can move it to the toe. You've got the Sim Max, which is all loft adjustable. This is also, by the way, loft adjustable by 2 degrees either way and lie angle 2 degrees either way. The Max is just loft adjustable. It hasn't got that on there. And then you've got the D type, the D shape, which is a bit more weight in the heel with loft adjustable for those people that slice the golf ball, okay? So you've got the normal standard Sim, okay, with adjustable weighting there. Then you've got the Max, slightly bigger, but no adjustable weighting there, although you can adjust the loft. And you've also got the Max D shape, Max D type, which is loft adjustable, but a bit more weighting in the heel to stop those slices, okay? Like I said, in the entry, we've got 9 different type of driver heads, which I just looked at, and 9 different shaft types, so loads of fitting stuff to go through. I'll have a little hit with them in it and we'll see how that goes. Okay, let's have a go with the driver now. So I've already hit 5 drivers with my current driver. Pretty standard shots they were, to be honest, and I'll go give you the details in a second. Now we're going to compare it with the Sim. I've stuck my shaft in it, okay, and I've got it exactly the same spec as I have my current driver, which is a TaylorMade M3. Shh. Don't tell Shrixon. But yeah, so let's have a go with the Sim. Exactly the same spec as mine. Let's see if there's any improvement in the current technology and see if I hit a little bit straighter thanks to this kind of aerodynamic fin on the back of it. Again, looks very nice behind the ball. I know I've said it before, but that grey and blue really does appeal for me. Far better than that black and red that we had last year.
Okay, let's have a look at the numbers. First off, yeah, like the feel of it, didn't feel too different to my M3, but yeah, no, not too bad at all. Maybe look at the numbers. Let's have a look, ultimately the big numbers at the bottom here. So we've got average 247 with the Sim and 244 with mine, so 3 yards in it led to 3 yards total. 4 average shots really, a couple of good ones, a couple of average ones, all pretty much on the fairway. Strike wise, these are the strike numbers thanks to the new technology. Again, all pretty similar, nothing standoutly massively different there. just maybe launched mine a little bit higher, maybe got a couple more off the top of the club face rather than the kind of bottom. Other than that, and probably just swung the sim a little bit faster. Actually, looking at that, maybe just get a warming up. Look, you can see my 103 and 100, maybe just loosening up a little bit. But no, well, 7 mile an hour faster, which is quite a big jump. Ball speed and smash factor. So I did actually hit the sim a little bit better. Look, 1.43 smash as opposed to 1.41. Launched it a little bit lower, as we've said already. But ultimately, not too much difference. Did hit the sim a little bit lower. Again, probably just down to strike and where I hit the golf ball, to be honest. But no, all in all, not massively difference to mine. 3 yards is probably about what I expect, as I always say. 3 yards, 1 yard per year, and my driver's probably 3 years old, so that figures really. Will I change? I'll have to do a bit more testing first of all. But to be honest, to start off with, as initial thoughts, yeah, I really liked it, liked the feel of it. Need to do a bit more tinkering around with it. 3 yards longer is about what I expect, but that's hard to say because obviously it was only a snapshot of a few swings to say what's happened, but certainly
the irons are much the same. We've got a Sim and a Sim Max OS. So a Sim Max and a Sim Max OS. OS means oversized, slightly bigger head for more forgiveness. Again, all the same technology in previous irons. You've got the support bridge there, you've got the speed injected fuel there, you've got the sound dampeners, all that technology that goes into TaylorMade irons. Should we to run it through? Let me run you through the technology. It's too much to remember, to be honest. The speed bridge, strategically, that's the speed bridge there. Strategically supports the top line of the iron to unblock explosive distance and forgiveness. So it just kind of makes it a bit stronger here from the top to the bottom. Makes it sort of doesn't cave in so much. Yeah, okay, that's there. The dampening system, so it feels good. The speed pocket, which is that bit there, again, just gives you a bit more distance. A thinner face, so the ball's going to come off the club face even faster. Progressive inverted cone technology. Bit more of a draw bias basically in the longer irons to stop you slicing those, as we all tend to do a little bit. A forgiving shape design and a low centre of gravity to get the ball up in the air. How much of that is true, I don't know, but it certainly is a lot of technology to go into it, and it certainly does go a long way. Let me hit one and we'll see. So we all know, just a reminder, my standard 7 iron goes 162, 163 through the air. Let's have a go with this. Again, you know, looks nice behind the golf ball. It's not too chunky. I've just got the standard Sim Max here. Wouldn't say it's for me, but it does look okay over the golf ball. The top line's a little bit thick, but you would expect that because it is a kind of forgiving golf club, okay? TaylorMade do different golf clubs for players like me. So this is kind of for the, let's probably break it down to the 12 to 24 handicap bracket, yeah, okay? The Max, the bigger headed one, the more forgiving one is for the 24 and above maybe, or 18 and above sort of thing, depending what you want from the game. Let's have a little hit from it. Slight pull, bit left, but felt all right, sounded all right. Didn't say struck it as well. Didn't strike it as well as I can do, but 174 carry, 12 yards further than mine. Okay, did go 16 yards left, bit of a pull, but that is certainly, I would say, a good 12 yards longer than mine through the air, because actually I didn't hit it particularly very well. So that's the forgiveness in the club, but it did go a bit left. So first impressions of the TaylorMade Sim Max. Very nice irons, very forgiving, very powerful, very strong. Ball flight wise, I know they de-lofted them as they always do, but I've still hit that 35 yards up in the air. So although that 7 iron is 28.5 degrees, which is not very much at all, it's still gone very high due to the technology in the club head. So yes, they are decreasing the loft, that's making the ball go further, but actually they're still launching it the same thanks to the technology. Okay, so yeah, if you're after a powerful golf club that hits the ball a long way in your irons, then come and give the TaylorMade Sim Max a go. In other shop news, the January sales continue to go well. Loads of great clubs on offer at the moment. Ping G400 fairways and hybrids, Ping Lee drivers, TaylorMade M6 drivers from last year. As we've just tested, the product's not too different to my driver, which is 3 years old. So last year's not going to be much difference either. Come take a look at the M6 from last year. Also, Titleist sets of irons on there on offer as well as other bits of clothing and shoes. Remember, we've got the leather upper shoes for £90 and synthetic upper shoes for £40. Come in store and see if we've got your size and take a look at the others offers we've got in here. Lessons, the lesson MOT, I've had quite a few people book up for that already in the last few days. I can't remember how many got on there now, but my diary is getting busier, which is great in January. Everybody very intrigued to look at the data on the screen there from their own golf clubs. That's one of my shots there, one of my 8-iron shots there. It tells me all that data I need to know. People are very interested in that. So just a reminder, your golf game MOT is 3 lessons for £60, 3 45 minutes for £60, normally 75, so saving yourself £15 there. I've suggested that we can take a look at your long game swing, we can go look at your short game, and we can look at your putting as well, just as a full game MOT, but we don't have to do that. We can spend the 3 individual lessons on whatever you feel you need to work on. But yeah, that's been really popular. Lesson diary is starting to look very busy, even though it is January, so that's great. Shows me everybody is wanting to get rid of getting ready for the season, which won't be far off now. Sort of March time, April time is when all the tournaments start again. So yeah, if you're interested in a lesson, come and see me and we'll have a chat about it. In Gorleston Golf Club competition news, we'll go back to last Wednesday's Ladies Divisional Stapleford, where Jules Harbord continued her great form. She got a fantastic 42 points. Well done, Jules. Great score that, beating Pauline Phillips in the second. Also with a good score, 38 points. Well done, Pauline. In Division 2, Vera Warnoff won with full 36 points, beating Maureen Dark on countback. And in Division 3, Rosemary Hodgkin got 34 points to win, beating Kinza Ellis into second place on countback on 34 points. On Thursday, the men played their latest midweek Stapleford, where Colin Beer won with 38 points. He won Division 1 with 38 points, beating Kelvin Gillies into second on 37 points. Division 2, Alan Rash won with 39 points. Well played, Alan. Beating Stevie Hurd in the second on 37 points, who beat Glenn Lark on countback, also on 37 points. And in Division 3, Mervyn Eagle. Well done, Merv. Merv won with 36 points, beating Malcolm Lake in the second with 35 points. On Sunday, the men played their monthly Stapleford, where Steve Hall won with 38 points. He won Division 1 with 38 points, beating Nick Bickers, again, into second on 37 points, with David Uden also on 37 points, but lost on countback into third. In Division 2... Oh, no, sorry, it's a roll-up Stapleford. It wasn't, sorry, my apologies. It wasn't a monthly Stapleford, that's next week. It was a roll-up Stapleford, so that we had first, second, and then David Uden, as I said, came third. Well done to all the tournament winners. Still some good scoring out there, despite it being the middle of winter and being very wet and muddy out there, but still good golf being played. Finally, fixtures for the next 7 days. There's not much on, actually. Very quiet now. We're expecting the bad weather, even though it hasn't really appeared just yet. But nothing on Tuesday the 14th. Wednesday the 15th, the ladies got a competition going out between 9:15 and 11 o'clock. Thursday the 16th, we've got the normal men's midweek Stapleford. Nothing on Friday the 17th, nothing on Saturday the 18th. Sunday the 19th is the men's monthly Stapleford, as I mentioned earlier. Nothing on Monday the 20th, and nothing on Tuesday the 21st. A great time now to really get those games ready. Get your golf game ready for the season starting in March, April time. So, if you want to come and try some new golf clubs, have those fitted. We've got plenty in stock, including new TaylorMade Sims. Yes, we do take trade-ins as well. I know some of you sometimes think that we don't do trade-ins. We do. So that does mean we've got lots of second-hand options over there as well. So if you're don't think you can quite afford a new set, then come and take our second-hand options where people have traded their clubs in over the last year or so. Other than that, I look forward to you. That's it for this week, and I look forward to seeing you over the next 7 days or so. Thanks very much for watching, and bye-bye.